Despite Giannis Antetokounmpo spraining his right wrist and exiting early in the second quarter, the Milwaukee Bucks won their 12th straight game Thursday night at United Center, taking down the Chicago Bulls 112-100. Milwaukee was also without Chris Middleton due to right knee soreness again, and Pat Connaughton, who had left calf soreness, but got a huge night from Brook Lopez, who scored 33 points in 33 minutes, and Jevon Carter, who backed them up with 22 points. What's going on, everyone? It's Luca here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the rolling Milwaukee Bucks and how they entered the All-Star break as the hottest team in the NBA. If you guys can do me a solid favor, hit a like on the video. It does help it a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more Milwaukee Bucks and NBA content. Help me hit 30K on this channel. That would be greatly appreciated. So the biggest news from the Bucks' latest win was that Giannis got hurt. Giannis went down under the rim after contesting a Kobe White layup. He exited and headed to the locker room, favoring his right wrist, which appeared to get jammed. It was definitely a hold your breath moment for Bucks fans. However, this is what Bucks coach Mike Budenholzer said on Giannis Antetokounmpo's right wrist sprain, and I quote, "I think the initial reports were hopeful. The x-ray was clean, and he's got a sprain. I think we'll see how he feels tomorrow, see how he feels the next few days, and continue to evaluate it," close quote. I doubt we'll see Giannis at the All-Star game, and you know what? The Bucks should be cautious with this one. I would not rush Giannis back onto any court unless he's feeling up for it and he's feeling 100%. So if Giannis doesn't go at the All-Star game, it would be unfortunate, but long term, I mean, I think the Bucks care a hell of a lot more about their season versus just one All-Star game. Now, on a night where the Bucks were shorthanded, like I said, missing the likes of Chris Middleton, Pat Connaughton, and Giannis, who left this game, Brook Lopez led the way with a season-high 33 in 33 minutes, and he surpassed his previous season high set back in December. And Brook Lopez's final line total, 13 of 18 from the field, 3 of 6 from distance, 7 boards, 2 assists, and a game-high plus 28. Brook Lopez got his in this one. And getting the star with Connaughton out, Jevon Carter, man, he was spectacular in this game. He hit his first 3 attempts from beyond the arc early, but really got cooking late. After the first quarter's 11, he went scoreless in the second and third before helping the Bucks finally break the game open. He did that by hitting a couple of pull-up J's as he ended this game with 22 points on a very efficient 9 of 13 shooting, only missing 1 of his 5 3-point attempts, and he also contributed 6 dimes and 6 rebounds. This was one of the best all-around games for Jevon Carter as a Buck, and he did it with a lot of confidence. You could tell that Jevon Carter was playing with a type of swagger in this one. So now the Milwaukee Bucks, as I mentioned, they're on a 12-game winning streak, and it's the Bucks' longest winning streak since December of 2019. So the Bucks haven't lost in a very long time, and the game before this was the closest the Bucks had faced defeat during this winning streak. And they survived the shorthanded, very shorthanded Celtics thanks to Jrue Holiday's 40. Now, I know a lot of people want to make that a big deal, and people were criticizing the Bucks saying, oh, the Bucks almost lost to the Celtics B team. Well, you got to think, in the NBA, it's a long, grueling season. Sometimes when you got a team that's at full strength going up against a team that is missing basically everyone, competition could be taken lightly, and I think that's exactly what happened in that Bucks game. And look, at the end of the day, I know it was an ugly win, but the Bucks still won. It's not how you win games, it's just about winning them, and the Milwaukee Bucks were able to come back in that one and prevail in overtime. So I'm not too worried about how the Bucks looked against the B team Celtics in that one. My biggest takeaway from that game was actually Jrue Holiday, and his brilliance continues. He has been impressive all season long, and he will be at the All-Star game representing the Bucks. And by the way, Jrue Holiday had a cool 59-6 on Thursday night, and Jrue Holiday has been spectacular to watch. I've been on Team Jrue Holiday for a while. I think he's one of the most underrated guys in the NBA. He is such a pivotal part to this Bucks team, and Jrue Holiday playing at this all-star caliber level will be huge for the Bucks, so they can lean on a third scorer, as Holiday has proven to be the secondary scorer behind Giannis this season with Middleton in and out of the lineup. So look for Jrue Holiday to be a huge part of the Bucks' success down the stretch here. And when you look at this Bucks team going into the last part of the season, they look positioned to make another deep run. I mean, like I said, this team has Drew Holiday playing his best basketball. Giannis is playing like an MVP candidate. They got a solid supporting cast. By the way, newest addition Jay Crowder is expected to make his Bucks debut sometime after the All-Star break. The key, as I stated in previous Bucks videos, will be the health and impact of Chris Middleton. If Chris Middleton can stay healthy, and if he can play like a borderline all-star in the playoffs, this Bucks team will be tough to beat. And what will be interesting to see with this Bucks team as the regular season comes to an end is if they're able to snag that all-important 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, which will ensure them home court advantage in the Eastern Conference playoff field. Right now, the Bucks are only half a game back of the Boston Celtics, and there's one more meeting between the Celtics and the Bucks on March 30th, which will determine who gets that tiebreaker. That matchup will be massive, and home court advantage is very important because if a playoff matchup were to happen between the Celtics and the Bucks, you want a potential Game 7 on your home court. The Milwaukee Bucks have clearly hit another level since they got healthier with their big three back. Hopefully, the Giannis injury is just a minor setback, and this big three is back in action once their season resumes next Friday against the Heat. And there's plenty of time for Giannis to rest up, Drew Holiday to enjoy himself, Middleton to get back to 100%, and Crowder to get well acquainted with his new team. The Milwaukee Bucks at full strength will be one of the favorites to get out of the East. And right now, I still think the East is a 2-team, 3-team race at best. Clearly, the Celtics and the Bucks are the 2 best teams in this conference, with the 76ers good enough to make some noise. I would not sleep on the 76ers. So playoff seeding with those 3 teams will be huge over the next couple of weeks. So there's actually a lot to play for down the stretch here, as the Milwaukee Bucks are going to look to continue to rack up these wins, build on their winning streak, and also try to get and secure that number 1 seed. So for this Bucks team, they have what it takes to make it back to the NBA Finals. I do believe that. They just got to go out there and prove it. And I think their biggest obstacle will be a Boston Celtics team in a best of 7, which makes getting home court all that more important. So we'll see how things play themselves out. We'll see how things sort out as we approach the most pivotal time of the NBA season. But how far do you see this Bucks team going? Bucks fans, do you believe in this team? Do you think they have what it takes? Do you think they can beat the Boston Celtics in a best of 7 series come playoff time? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I read all of them. And guys, as always, thank you so much for your continued support. This is Luca with another one. Again, hit a like. It helps it a ton. Comment down below, and please subscribe to the channel for more Bucks and NBA content. That is it for me. This is Luca signing off, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.